Okay.
Thank you.
So, so this is how case syntax look like. You'll start with comparing a variable basically. If you want to compare a variable with certain patterns, let's say, what was the example that Chaitanya was asking you guys to write? He just want to take a user input and validate whether it is a ping or pong. If it is a ping, you're going to just echo pong. If it is a pong, you're going to echo ping. Let me show that example. I think I just wrote it for you. So this is the example. I'm just taking input from the user. The input is going to store in string variable. Once I have the variable, I'm going to compare the value of the variable with a set of strings like ping or pong. And the syntax is you'll give the validating string and use a single bracket and your respective statements along with double semicolons. So this is how you're going to write any comparison of any string. So you can have any condition here. If you want to validate a string or as a number, or else if you have any regular expression, you can write it over here. Are you getting what is the purpose of star here? For all other, let's say for all other inputs, you are just throwing a message saying that it is a invalid input. So let me execute it. Uh, you know, if I execute, I'm just passing a ping string. See, I got respect to output. If my string is ping, if my string is ping, I want to throw this message. If my string is pong, I just want to throw this message. So let's pass without any string. Let's see. We just got output as a invalid input. This is how you can write. So inside this, you can have multiple conditions. You can have multiple conditions, not only being. Uh, can anyone tell me how we can write a regular expression for let's say let's search whether it has a p or not. Let's search whether string has a p or not. How you can do that? What is the condition? Square bracket p. Oh, I just do you remember this regular expression?
Yes.
Yeah, you can write a regular expression instead of it. If the string contains p, just echo. Let's say like
P.
and then p. Okay, just saved it and I'm turning ping. What happened? It is saying some syntax error. Yeah, I didn't use a uh, double semicolon. See, should be very careful. So if you run it with let's say p, see, I got message saying that I just inputted p value. So I got a message saying that string contains p. Is it clear? You can write regular expressions, pass strings. For all other conditions, we'll use star. So you should end your statements with double semicolon. So everyone clear with the case statement?
Yes, I'm
What you have doubt or still?
I'm good.
Okay,
Thank you.
cool. So guys, I just want to explain a little bit about features that we have in VI editor, guys. Okay, in your training materials, if you, give me 1 second. 1 minute, guys. If you go to Google Drive, you'll have separate file for VI editors, guys. In your Linux classes, you'll have separate file for VI editor. You guys looked into it. You know, you can refer to this file. You know, let me explain few features. You know, few options, and you can dive deep into all the options that are available. So let's open a big file like any system file. Tell me one system file which we discussed in etc. I, we talked about one file in etc. What is that file, guys?
Sudoers.
Yeah, let's open sudo r file. So vi, let's see, sudo r. Sudo r. Okay, so let me sudo it. I should be root user, or else I'll not have access to this file. So I just opened a file. How to go to insert mode?
Type I.
Yeah. So how to save the content?
WQ colon WQ.
Okay. And so in WQ, what did you understand? In colon WQ, what is?
W is a write
The
and
right.
Q is a quit.
Yeah, exactly. So you are going to use W for write and quit. So similarly, we have an option called X, guys. Okay, colon X. Are you able to see this? Colon X. Colon X does same action as a WQ. In order to instead of using you know WQ, you can directly use X. Are you getting, everyone? Let me show it rather than saying it. Let me show it in a simple file. Yeah, I'm in class, right? Vi test edit, let's say text edit dot sh. So I have some. I went to insert mode and I'm just entering some text. Okay, so you normally use WQ, right? Instead of using WQ, you can directly use X. It will write and quit from the file. Are you clear, everyone?
Yes. Yes, Raj.
Cool. So we have similarly. Chaitanya was asking something, right? How to delete a line, kind of thing. So we have an option called DD, guys. Let's say you are in a certain line. If you want to delete entire line, you need to use double DD, double D. So if you type DD, see, you are able to delete, right? Is it visible, everyone? Let me. So in order to delete a line, you can use DD. Okay. I want to undo my changes. Are you getting? I just want to retrieve my changes. You can use U. just type U. You'll get all changes. Is it clear, everyone? U and DD options.
Yes.
Okay. So similarly, if you want to delete only one let's say letter underneath the cursor, you can use W. I believe W. Uh, uh, let's do D. D doesn't delete, right? We have, yeah, sorry, my bad. There are a lot of options there. Let's do X. So if you undo it, in order to delete any letter underneath your cursor, you can use X. Are you getting? So what all options we learned? Colon X for write and quit. And if you want to delete any file, you need to use DD. If you want to undo it, you need to use U. And what else? What else? New things that we learn? Yeah. If you want to go to top of the file, you can use Shift G. Sorry, end of the file. You need to use Shift G. And if you do, uh, uh, let's say if you want to set number of lines inside a file, if you have multiple lines of script, you want to set number of lines, you can use colon set numbers. This is one option, guys. Colon set numbers will set all numbers. Are you getting, everyone? If you have multiple script lines of script, when you execute that script, you may get error saying that you have error in line 2, if line 2 or line 6. So if you want to identify the line, you just need to set numbers. And you can use uh, you know uh, let's say if you want to go to sixth line directly, you can use colon 6. If you use colon 6, it will just go to that line. Are you getting? Any line, you can give line number here, colon line number. It will just take you to that particular line. Are you getting, everyone? So tell me what all options we learned. uh, Colon X for write and save, DD for deleting, and what else? U for undo, and what else?
Set number. Set number.
Colon set number for setting number, and
And colon line number.
uh, yeah, colon. Let's say number. If you give number, it will take you to that particular number. And what else? Yeah, capital G. Capital G for end of the line, and all. So what else? Yeah, one more important thing is, let's say if you want to search certain string, that is very important, guys. Let's say I have a string called Raj here. I just want to search whether we are having string or not. So you can use slash and just type that text you want to find. See, your text got highlighted. Are you getting? You just need to do slash and give the string. Let's say FA. See, it just highlighted all the FA strings. Are you getting, everyone? In order to find any string. And what is the syntax of SID, guys? SID. You remember, everyone? SID command.
Stream editor.
Yeah. What is the syntax of let's say SID? Substitute
ACD.
some
Slash from and to.
string to some other string. Let's say other string.
Slash G.
/g and file name, right?
File name. File name.
So we can use the same syntax in VI editor, guys. So let's say I just want to replace Raj with some text. So you can use colon, let's say substitute Raj with Kiran globally. What happened? Let's give numbers. Let's say in 1 to 10 lines, I just want to substitute Raj with Kiran. Without giving numbers, I don't know why it's not taking, but I just want to give you input saying that we can use this substitute option, guys. And I just, even when I'm specifying the number of lines itself, which is working, or else it's not working. I don't know the reason, but let's let's say 1 2 but you understood this syntax, right?
Raj,
Yes,
can you
Raj.
try with the percentage S before statement? You have changed the Raj as a Kiran, right? At that time you have given line 1 to 10, right?
Yeah.
You can try percentage instead of 1 to 10.
Okay. Instead of percent,
Yeah, 1 to 10 instead of 1 to 10, you can try percentage S.
substitute
S. Yeah, substitute.
Kiran with Raj globally. Yeah. Yeah. Percentile means all entire file. Maybe I'm not sure. Okay.
Entire file, I think.
Yeah. Maybe entire file. So what else? That's little bit, guys, about VI. And similarly, if you are in middle of string, you can use options like H, J. Instead of using arrows, you can use this operators, guys. Like let me check once. Yeah,
HJK.
yeah, HJK, guys. So H to move left, actually. Let's say H to move left, and J to move down, and K to move up, and L to move left. So H,
Right.
H, J, K, L. All are in the same line. H for left, J for down, and K for up, and L for left. Okay. Are you getting all this? Instead of using cursor, you can use this operator. So a lot of options. I need learn a lot of things in this.
Raj, what is capital G used for?
Yeah, capital G, like you can just go to the last line, I believe. Let's no, sorry. Let's do capital G. It is taking you directly to the last line of the file.
Okay.
Yeah, capital W. What happened? Okay. But you understood these options, right? Try to check out all the options that are available in the document. Okay, there are a lot of options, but these are the basic things that that you normally use. Okay, let me sign in. One second. I just want to sign in. So today I'm going to discuss about a little bit about networking, and so what is an address, guys? IP address. What do you understand about it? when you speak about IP address? Exactly. In order to identify any machine, you normally, well, let's say you can think as a name of a particular machine. Okay. Uh, so in IP address we have 4 octets, guys. So you can say, for each, this number can be called as an octet. We have 4 octets, and each octet contains 8 bits. 8 bits. Are you getting 10? This number is a binary representation of 172. Are you getting? Uh, do you guys know the binary representation?
Yes.
Want me to explain?
Yeah.
Everyone know the binary representation, right? So if you,
Yes, Raj.
yeah. So this is a binary notation of individual number. Just remember that IP address has 4 octets. Each octet contains 8 bits. 8 bits. Okay. And this is a let's say a uh, IPv4. Okay, this is an IPv4, whereas in IPv6 we have different structure of IP address. So due to number of users, they came up with a new IP notation, that is IPv6. And we'll discuss about it later. But this is about IP address. And what else? Uh, so let me open a machine. So how can you find IP address, guys?
Config.
IP config.
Yeah.
ifconfig
No,
on Linux
From
machine.
IP
ifconfig,
config in
ifconfig or IP.
IP
yeah,
is on Windows machine.
config. So if config is used to get the IP address, right? So let me do if config. Why? Let me zoom out. So I have this many network interfaces, guys. You can see these are the network interfaces. You can call it as an internet connection, connectivity. Let's say I have a Docker network interface with a different IP address, whereas my core system IP, you know, system interface is ENP0S3, and my IP address is this. So in my IP address, you can see details like network mask, broadcast address, uh, and a couple of other information. So I just want to highlight the network interfaces. So you can have multiple network interfaces in one machine directly. Are you getting? A network interfaces is nothing but internally how many network devices have you configured, and this LO is nothing but loopback, guys. We have special IP addresses in IPv4. Those are loopback address. This is 127.0.0.1 is called as a loopback address. Loopback address is nothing but your own machine. It will redirect to your own machine. So you can use this when you are hosting any web application in your local. You can refer to your loopback address. You can access by using your IP or else your loopback address also. Uh, you'll see the same output. Uh, so let me open the document. Yes. Where is the next? Yeah, leave this concept. this is no, this. We have another document. Yeah. So you can start referring to this document. Linux networking. It contains all the description about a brief description about your networking terminologies and all. So we just discussed about the address and what are the interfaces. You can have multiple interfaces with a different IP address in your local. Uh, so it depends. If I am using Docker, I'm going to use a set of IP address. Like Docker itself, when you install a Docker engine, it will come up with a network configuration with a set of IP address, guys. So and what else? You just try to learn the terminologies. Subnet. Subnet is nothing but a portion of network. How can I explain? Rather than showing this, let me dive. Like, I'll explain you subnet. Next slide. Before going to that, is everyone clear with the IP address structure, right? In IP address are classified into a couple of classes, guys. We have class A, class B, class C, and we use class B and class C for some multimedia and experimental purpose. So most of the time, in your commercial purpose or your home usage, you will be assigned with class A, class B, or class C IP address. Okay. So why they actually come up with this kind of classes is that they want to subgroup subgroup networks, and they want to manage multiple machines with respect to individual classes, I would say. So in class A, you can clearly say that you'll have first octet as a network portion and the rest three as a host portion. Whereas in class B, the first two portions are called as a network portion, and second, uh, rest two are called as a host portion. So I think I have some slide for that. Can anyone tell me what is which class can my IP is right now? This is my system IP.
Class C.
Class C. How you just
So
identify?
192, like from 192 to 223 falls under a class.
You can just refer to network mask, guys. Network mask. We have three. If you have two 5 5s, you can say that first three portions are for network portion. The last portion is for host portion. Are you getting? So once if you see the network portion itself, you can identify whether it is a class A, class B, or class C. So whereas in Docker, you can see, right, the first two portions are for network portion, whereas second two octets are second two octets are dedicated for host portion. So we can have how many hosts? Let's say we can have how many hosts in this particular network? Can anyone?
256.
Exactly. We can have.
But usable are 254.
Yeah. Why? why we have eight octets remaining, right? We can't change network portion, right? We can just change the when your system is connected to uh, your internet, let's say a router or a network provider service, they're going to assign an IP to your machine, right? So the assignment is done based on number of hosts in that particular network. This network portion will be constant, whereas they can assign 256 hosts inside this particular network. How can I show? Where is my slide? So if once just look into class A, class B, class C. In which class we can have maximum hosts? Can anyone tell me number of hosts?
A, class A.
Why?
Because like only 8 bits are reserved for the network and the rest 16 bits are rest 24 will be assigned for the host.
Yeah. So we have 24 octets, means two. Let's say 8, right? 8 plus 8 plus 8. How many? We have 24, right? Sorry. Yeah, we have 24 octets. Means 2 power 24 minus 1 hosts can be, we can have 2 power 24 minus 1 host. Minus 1 or minus 2, I believe. Minus 2, because we have two loopback address, right? 0.0.0 is one loopback address. Similarly, we have 127.0.0.1 as a loopback address. So we can just remove those two and we can have this many hosts uh, in class C. So are you getting everyone? You can have hosts in the sense computers. Let's say this many network devices you can configure. Let's say your IP address is based on class A. You can configure this many hosts. Are you getting? Let's say this many hosts. 16 I would say 16 lakhs or something. Like, so we can have this many computers inside your network. If you are using class B IP, you can have this many to 26,333. How he calculated this? I just told you, right? 2 power 8 plus 8. How much? We have 2 power 16 minus 2 hosts. Okay. This is called 2 power 16 minus 2 hosts. So in class C, we can create only 2 power 8, 2 power 8 minus 2 hosts. So, class D and class C are dedicated to some, let's say, broadcast, media, and R&D purpose. So, we just know the how class A, class B, class C are classified, but they want more classification. Even after classifying as class A, class B, class C, the system are managing the number of hosts, grouping hosts are becoming headache because of number of users. They want to increase more performance, like let's say they can have a network portion of let's say 9 bits. They can have network portion, right? The rest of all bits we can have as a host portion. So uh, so to make the that kind of grouping possible, they come up with a concept called CIDR range, guys. CIDR range is nothing but, let's say, if you see two, 26, let's say 26. If your IP is, if I go to my machine, can you see CID range in any machine, any server? The main concept is to group a number of hosts and use IP more effectively. So IP more effectively. So I'll just show you why they came up with CIDR ranges. They are able to manage multiple groups, multiple host names, and we are able to mm, create multiple networks. The best example would be, let's say, if you are under a CIDR range of /25, uh, what is the network portion? What would be the host portion? Can anyone tell me? Um, if you are
Network would be 25 and the rest 7 would be the host.
Yeah, exactly, like till this X, all octets, all other binary values can be dedicated for network, whereas rest all you know I let's say bits are dedicated to network. So that's how they classified even class A, class B. They can group. They started grouping internally inside network, or so if you use CIDR ranges, you can even manage multiple networks inside networks. So that's how they started using CIDR range, guys. So if you have any, but let's say by 28, how many network portion we have? We are going to have, let's say, uh, 24 bits for, sorry, 27 bits for hosts, and other let's say how many, 30, we have 4
28 will be for the network and the rest 4 will be for the host.
for the hosts. So that's how they started classifying groups and organizing it. So that's little bit about CIDR range, guys. Um, so are you clear about network mask? Network mask will not be changed. It depends on the type of IP. You can you can just look into the network mask of your IP, and you can tell, like, which class you are belonging to. Okay, so
Raj, actually, when we subnet the network, the mask will be changed. So we cannot decide the class based on
uh,
the mask.
yeah, when you are
So
using
see, like
CIDR,
when you use the /26,
yeah, when you are using
we can use the same for the class A also. So it would be different subnet mask.
yes, when you are using CIDR ranges, the subnetworks will also, sorry, network mask will also change, right? You're grouping inside the group when you're going with CIDR range notation. So yes, but by just looking into uh, class A network mask, you can just identify, right? You can just identify which class it's belonging to. Uh, let's say if you have multiple uh, s- uh, classifications, this CID range may change. Like it can be 254 dot uh, something like that. But uh, so most of the time you can identify by looking into your IP. and a network mask. So what does this broadcast address do? Anyone have idea about
So,
broadcast address?
yeah, like in a
Let's
network, in our network, to send a message to all the devices connected in our network, we use the broadcast ID.
okay. So I don't have any idea about it, but yeah, that that may be that's appropriate. So if you want to communicate within the network, you may use broadcast address. Okay. So this is provided by your network provider or internally your DHCP will allocate the broadcast address. I believe mm, this is this is your network portion notation, right? And the last portion can be is like your number of hosts, so it's replicate it's opposite to this network mask, but I never looked into this, but let's dive into the document once. And what else? Yeah, CIDR range. What is a NAT, guys? Any idea? NAT is nothing
It is
but
a network address translator. So
yeah.
when we connecting the to the internet, we have the private. We need to get a public IP. So in order to get a public IP, we are using our private IP. The router actually does the routing. The address translation. So it converts our private IP into a public IP.
Okay. So what about when you're talking about DNS? How can you use NAT? Yeah, you're just projecting your IP. You're not projecting your uh, uh, private IP. You're going to use some network providers uh, IP address that's public IP, and you're going to use that when you are doing any calls. Let's say if you want to ping a particular, if you want to use you're trying to browse through a certain website. When you just send the input, you're not this routers and intermediate proxy servers will not project your IP. It will just project a public IP basically. So in order to do that entire conversion, uh, we most of the we use a protocol called network address translation, and it will hide your computer from outside world, and it only project the private IP of your network provider. Okay. So most in your virtual box, when you created a machine, you didn't assign any IP address, right? It automatically assigned the IP address. How this has been possible? We have a protocol called DHCP, guys, Dynamic Host Control Protocol. DHCP does automatic assigning of IP to your machine based on network range, where exactly you are. So we can configure, we can configure our own IP, or else we can enable DHCP. So most of the time, DHCP will be enabled on your virtual box or in your Windows box. Whenever you reboot a machine, you will come up with your IP address will change, right? Did you observe that, everyone? Whenever you reboot a machine, your IP,
Yes, Raj.
your IP address will not be same. Why? uh, you are using DHCP protocol. That's it's going to assign an IP every time whenever you are mm, in network. So I think we should able to see DHCP here. Let me do ifconfig Ethernet. Okay. No, we couldn't see that DHCP enabled or something. But everyone feeling bored? This is totally theoretical, guys. Don't try to understand the terminologies. If you are, if you have any doubts, just stop me there, and we can discuss a little more about that topic. Mm. You can have static NAT, dynamic NAT. Rather than going to that document, I created IP address. Just created IP. Yeah. So see, you can clearly see this picture, right? If you have multiple machines, this is your let's say network provider, like Comcast, or they may have their NAT server, or their central server, which acts as a proxy to the outside world. And it will just project your machine, or any request coming from your machine using the public IP. It will not project your local IP. So this all conversion will be taken care by NAT, guys, network address translation. So so I would say we have static NAT, dynamic NAT, and port address, PAT. Static NAT is like, let's say, uh, this figure itself, it shows like you can have one constant IP address for NAT server, and whereas internally you can use one constant address, let's say address for all other server, all other requests. So if if you are using static method, you can have one to one. I just now explained about dynamic host control protocol, right? Which assigns IP address automatically. So you can have one IP to one particular host, and you can project that IP with one public IP, or else you can have multiple machines grouped together, and you can project all the machines with same IP. So we have dynamic NAT and static NAT, basically. So this is a little bit about. Give me 1 second, guys. Something happened. Okay. This, just little bit about NAT, and what else we are missing. Mm, Subnetting. Subnetting. If you want to group machines, and you can use subnetting, dividing into. Let's say you have a uh, uh, the network provider IP address, whereas you can group multiple organizations underneath the network provider IP address using by dividing them as a group, by allocating certain network portions and host portions. You can you can segregate the groups. Basically, how can anyone explain about subnet? Uh,
Subnet is nothing but a logical separation of one single network into a piece of networks. Like say like in college we have like two departments. We can
yeah,
instead of using two different networks, we can logically divide the network into two pieces. In two sub networks.
exactly. So how in this picture, what exactly is trying to show? So if you are using a public IP with 131.10.3.0, underneath this you can have multiple networks. So in this picture you can see, right, you can group you can have a let's say um, in CIDR range we saw, right, let's say
Yeah, like he basically took the class B address in which
yeah,
like actually it has 16 hosts.
yeah, let's take a 60 class C, sorry, class B host. So in class B, uh, let's say my IP address starts with 10, let's say 198.28.0.0. Okay, and I can have a group one particular group with 198.28.1.0 and slash /16, and I can have a second group with 198.21.2.0/16. So let me take a note or something like that. So, okay. So I have a core IP address like 190, 198.28.0.0/16. This is my CIDR range. Underneath this, I
Raj,
yeah,
you cannot have a slash CIDR 16 for a class C.
class C, right?
Yeah, yeah. It should be more than 24.
Uh,
So by default, it is slash 24. So we have to use something bigger than 24. Or else you can use class B address and then you can use the slash 16 value.
is this not a
No, no, it is a class C address. So you
okay?
can use 172.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, now we can use it.
Okay. So let's say 172.28 dot 1.0/16 we can have, right? We can have a group with uh, this particular IP range, and let's say uh, medical college has this particular range, and my engineering college does have this particular range. I can have how many machines underneath this, guys? I can have 256, right? I can have 256 machines. 256? Is it 256?
Yes, 256.
Yeah.
No, it's
It should be 255.
Yeah,
The last one will be
yeah,
255.
255. I can have 255 machines, and
Considering 0 to 255, it becomes 256 machines, like
yeah,
starting from 0.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So we can have multiple groups underneath this parent group. So in that way we can make use of subnetting and group couple of IP addresses, couple of hosts, and organize them basically. So as I said, we are going to have network portion, and we are having network portion and host portion, and in network portion we'll have a subnet and network number, guys. Is there any example of that? Yeah, yeah. In here, in this particular example, the network, the subnet will be one. Are you getting? And my subnet is two. Uh, this part, this portion we can call it as a subnet, whereas rest all are my hosts. I'm just giving an example, but this IP may not be appropriate. So just take it as an example. So you can have a you know network portion of 19, not network portion, subnet of 19, and the rest all are your hosts. So that's what he's mentioning. Like inside the host, you will have subnet and host grouping, basically. So that's a little bit about subnet and what all topics we have in NAT. Yeah, DHCP. We have a file in machine in our machine, guys. I'll try to open it. Yeah, this thing, network interface. Yeah, let's see. BIHC. Let's see. What is that file? Let's see sysconfig. Yeah, if you open it, oh, this is a Amazon Web Service server. Let's open it in local machine. I just want to see. I just want to show you where DHCP is enabled. Let me open that file, guys. HC sysconfig network. Um, Readable file only. Networks interface. Let me give me 1 minute. We have a file wherein we can enable DHCP, or else we can just assign our own IP, guys. Let me show that file. This is the file in HC sysconfig network. Network is a file. Let's open with sudo. Uh, You tried open this file? Anyone in your local? Just try to open it. You can see the configuration wherein you can enable your own IP or else DHCP is equal to yes kind of settings. Yes. Let's try another list of servers, specific network, TCP. This is the main file, like where you can see you can configure your own static IP or DHCP. This example gives you how to configure your own host name, guys. You can just define host name equal to your IP, any IP address, and once you restart your network service, that IP address will be assigned to your host, your server. So I was trying to open that file. I couldn't see any script enabled. Did anyone try it? Opening etc config.
Yeah, I have opened the file.
What do you have?
It, it shows networking is equal to S, host name is equal to localhost dot local domain.
Okay. No DHCP settings or something?
Nothing is there, just these only two lines is there, networking and host name.
So let's go to network scripts. In network script, we'll have all IP. We have a system file. I did. Uh, mm, sysconfig networks. This all description of what are the network interfaces. We can have each 0, each 1, or either cards, and LO is nothing but loopback address. All those things, but um, CentOS we should
We can assign host name in etc host file, the host file, right?
list of hosts.
va/etc host hosts. It contain we can give our own IP and a host name, local host name.
Here you can just configure configure your
Local host name.
domain name, your domain name and all. But if you want to enable a DHCP, we have that network script basically. So let me locate any DHCP. Uh, let's see DHCP. Okay, I'll check that file, guys. I just want to show you where you can define your IP address directly, and most of the time you will not use it, but when you're having a set of IPs, you want to assign one machine with a certain IP. you- At that moment, you will do. Nowadays, you'll use all the VMware tool sets to assign IP and all, but you never do. Never touch this particular network script and assign IP to your machine. But just remember that y- you know in sysconfig you can have you, you'll have a network script wherein you can enable yeah, I got it. vi let's see network config. This is loopback IP and all, but I couldn't find that file. Okay, let's just leave it aside. And what else? Yeah, this example shows you that basically how you can assign IP address, and we have command. What is command called if up, if down does? What does this command does?
Up and to make a particular device up and running, we
Yeah.
can use up.
So
To remove, to stop it, we use down.
yeah. So when you open config and configure all your IP address, you just need to restart a particular network device, guys. Let's say if I open the config, I get a list of network devices, right? If you want to bring down, let's say, if you just want to bring down this particular network device, you can use config. Sorry, if down, sudo if if down. To do this, it's going to just remove that particular config. It just stop that particular network device. So similarly, we have if up. If you want to bring certain network device up, you can use if up command. If up and sudo network device up. Docker 0. So if config, if I do if config, I'm still having the network device. So I just that's a basic example for how you can bring up, and bring down a particular network device. So you'll normally do when you do some host configurations, or you're adding any new interfaces. You'll just use if config, sorry, if up or if down to bring up your network devices. So what else? Let me open VI. Let's see. Resolve. Not config. No. It's a it's a DNS where you can configure your DNS basically. So I was trying to get the network. Yeah, this file. This is a file, I believe. So let's open that. VI. Let's see this config network scripts and your network device. Let's see sysconfig network scripts, and let's say my network device is if config hyphen enp0s3. You can see right in here. Uh, you know, I just assigned the host name, IP address. I did everything manually. I didn't enable uh, any DHCP configuration. So that's why if I do IPA, my IP address will be 192.10.01.10. So why I just declared manually the IP address and broadcast address and all. So I did manually. If you want to use DHCP, you just need to have DHCP is equal to yes kind of thing. So you guys tried to open this file. Did you open this file in network scripts? Your network device file. Can anyone show their network device file? who, Trivikram, can you show your network device file? I'm just making you presenter. Can you open this file for me? Like, let's see config network scripts. Before opening, we'll just do if config. Let's see what all network devices you have. So you have network devices ENP0S3, right? Just open VIHC sysconfig network scripts and your network device file. Just open VI slash HC. No, not in slash HC slash um, no, you need to open HC sysconfig network scripts. HC sysconfig. Just remove if config also. You need to open sysconfig. SYS config. Yeah. And go to end of the line and just scripts slash do tab once, just do tab. Yeah, see, you'll get all listed, all files. So open ifconfig slash enp0. Open that. Yeah, if you see here, can you see DHCP anywhere? Or see your boot protocol, the second line, boot protocol is DHCP, and your IP will be automatically assigned. Whenever you reboot, your IP is going to be changed, and there are few things like on boot is equal to no, right? If you have on boot is equal to no, last line. In last line you have no, right? I think if you restart, you may lose the internet connection. All those things. You may not have internet connectivity with your network device. So you need to enable it basically. Do on boot is equal to yes, you'll have your internet connectivity. So this is a file, guys, wherein you can define your IP address or else host name of your machine. All those things you can configure in this file. This file is specific to your network device, guys. This file is specific to your network device. If you follow that the document, you can see a couple of steps. Let me make myself presenter. Thanks. I'll just so I can have my own domain configured, or else I can give IP address, whichever I had borrowed, or I can have my own IP address assigned to my machine. Once you save the file, you need to reboot your network device. You'll do if down the network device, and once after 5 seconds you can do if up this particular network device. This IP will IP will be automatically assigned to your machine. So whereas when you are using the DHCP, you need to have you'll have these two lines like a boot protocol is equal to DHCP and on boot is equal to yes. So it'll
Raj,
automatically assign IP address whenever your system is up.
hello, Raj.
Yeah.
Can we continue the class tomorrow? Because it's already 10. We have to go home.
Okay. For sure. So let me